Welcome back, everyone. It's Who's57 here. I am on a new game today, World of Van Helsing Deathtrap, actually, and I will be showing you how to get the Death to the Traps achievement. So this is a relatively annoying achievement to do, but one of the easier achievements in the game. You have to complete a tier 2 map without building a single trap as a mercenary in single player only. It's worth 25 gamer score and only 1% of gamers have unlocked it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get it. So first of all, you need to make a mercenary, which is the melee character. In order to unlock tier 2, you must complete every one of the 13 maps on at least 1 star tier 1, which is what I've done. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with literally the lowest leveled character possible, and that's going through every map and only getting 1 star on it, not completing any of the quests, which is going to give you approximately level 20 on your character if you don't have any additional XP gain. So this is where the trick comes in with the mercenary, though. Since you can't build any traps, you're going to have to rely 100% on your damage. That means that you need all of your damaging skills, your basic skills, any passives that you like. I personally like the chain snare and the frost ring as well. And then if you want, you can do your map hits. So like Touch of Death is a pretty good one to use. Mark of the Craftsman. You don't need this particular item, so if you do have skills that you don't need, I would recommend that you respec and take the points and actually put them into something else, like you see me doing here. I'm raising my Touch of Death so that it'll be a little bit easier to do. Traps do not matter. The only other thing that will matter even a little bit is use the best gear that you found. If you don't have really good gear, don't worry about it. You should have marginal gear by now, and this class is very tanky. Also, there is a free minion that you can get just for pretty much having the game. So go ahead and equip that free minion, and then you are good to start. Okay, so what you want to do, select the first map, Darkmoor, go down. You don't need scenario or endless. You simply need tier 2 because that's what the achievement says. So make sure that you select tier 2. It's going to be on normal. It will not let you put it on easy. So go ahead and start the map. Alright, as you can see by the little tip, I'm on a tier 2 map, greater challenge, but there's different benefits to it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to make sure that you switch it over to 2 times speed. This helps out greatly. Now remember, the challenge is to do this without building any traps. So the very first time I went for it, I thought that it would be okay to build these empowerment beacons. However, it is not. You cannot build the empowerment beacons. You cannot build any kind of trap, period. You have to rely solely on your skill. And this definitely takes a second to do. So you want to position yourself to where you can block all incoming sectors of enemies. And primarily, you're just going to be using your main basic attack. You can also use your Ring of Frost, which I have slotted on RB, and then those chain hooks to go ahead and pull everything in. Now remember, all you have to do is complete this. You do not have to complete it with full health, which makes this a lot easier to do because there's actually armored enemies. It's very, very annoying. You'll see me using the frost ring quite a bit. Now, if your character is leveled up more than this, it's extremely easy to do. The ink wraiths are a bit annoying because of the fact that they spawn so many enemies, except it's not really a big deal to kill them. Make sure to use my Touch of Death, and there we go. little enemies, you can pretty much just use chain hooks and pull everything right towards you. This class is super OP because of how tanky it is and the abilities that I'm using. If you have your class leveled up, if you're even level 40, 50, if you're level 100 and you still haven't gotten this achievement, well, you don't even really need the guide in order to get the achievement, because your class is just so overpowered that you'll be fine. However, if you want the achievement and you're an achievement hunter like me, you're gonna want to do it this way, because actually playing legit, trying to level this character up to max, level it up to 100 and then do it, unless it's your primary character, can be, well, let's just say it can be less than ideal.
Wave completed.
And this is basically the process that you're gonna do. You don't have very many waves. You only have a total of 3 waves. So it doesn't take very long to do it on this map. You can try and play a bit aggressively at the beginning to kind of make the waves go by a little bit faster. Just make sure not to let too many enemies, especially the armored guys that I'm fighting right now, just try to make sure that they don't get through. And the harpies can be a bit annoying. Those are the only enemies that I really dislike. As you can see though, using that cleave, it's pretty easy to take care of these enemies. I have 2 ink wraiths that I'm fighting, so you might need to use a health potion. They can actually zap your health pretty good since I don't have a lot of armor. I chose to do this with only level 20 or less gear on, and I don't have really good gear. I chose to do it that way just to show that it could be done. You don't have to max out a character in order to do it. Come on, Increase. I am gonna lose a life there because I decided to stay here as opposed to going and actually going after the little guy. Now, one thing that can help you, if you're getting overrun, go ahead and knock the speed down. Knock the speed down from 2 times to 1 times to normal speed. And that'll give you a little bit of a reprieve. Not much, but it'll give you a little bit of a reprieve so you can kind of catch up and redirect your attacks. At least I find it very helpful for me. You might not find it helpful for you. It's up to you and how you choose to play. Now this entire time I'm going to try and play a little bit aggressively just to get these enemies off the map. We're going to go ahead and deal with the champion, who also is a ink wraith, and this is why you need to deal with him, because he'll just keep spawning extra shit that'll go for your gate. If you use Frost Ring, you can see I'm doing damage and slowing down the enemies at the same time.
Wave completed.
And that is wave 2 completed. Here's wave 3, which is the final wave. I'll probably have this done with a few lives lost. I'm not anticipating doing this without losing a few lives just because of the number of enemies on the map versus the level of my character. As you've seen there, I had one of the little guys that ran past me. I was like, nope, you're not getting away. I was able to use chain hooks to yank him back to me. It's a very, very useful ability. One of the reasons why I actually think that the mercenary in this game is quite overpowered. This is listed as a difficult achievement, I mean, it's 25 gamer score. Personally, it's one of the easier achievements I've actually done. Now, don't get too carried away fighting enemies far away from you or far away from the center. Get rid of these armored guys. I was pretty lucky. The one weapon that I found actually was an epic, and it has like 8% armor pen on it. So armored guys are not quite as hard as they could be, or maybe for some of you. Now you'll see I have not really too many enemies left. I have a few though. And it just spawns so many ink wraiths. That's honestly the issue that I have with this final map. So many ink wraiths. As you see, one got through. And of course, every ink wraith is spawning these little annoying creatures. So that's where you have to be using, you have to absolutely be using your chain hooks. If you're not using your chain hooks, you're gonna lose a lot of lives quickly. Now we actually have this boss ink wraith here. I have enough lives left that technically I can let him get through. Of course, I don't really want to let him get through, so just kind of stay in his ice shield, hit him with everything that you have, but he did get through anyways. Now, you'll see, wasn't the best run, like, wasn't the cleanest, but with a level 20 character, first try, I was able to get through it and get the Death to the Traps achievement, so a relatively easy, relatively simple achievement to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I hope the guide helps you. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, just leave a comment. Otherwise, smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay frosty.